Good?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. So welcome to body check month number 2. We're going to start with a warm-up in the Sphinx position. So elbows by your rib cage, neck nice and long, 3 head circles in each direction. And once you've done 3 each way, you can roll over to one side as if you're seated in a chair. Arms out in front of you, head resting on the floor, and you're going to do 6 big arm circles, reaching up behind your head and around. And once you've done 6 in one direction, you're going to do 6 in the other direction. Once you've done your arms, lift your upper leg, 6 hip circles. Think about moving from the side of your hip here so that you're not opening up your knee. You're actually lifting from your butt muscles. And once you've gotten 6 on each side, roll over to the other side and repeat with the arms, just like we did before. Welcome. Was that a new person? Maybe. And hips. Great. So once you finish up your last hip circle, we're going to take it into a child's pose, rocking. So hands forward, about shoulder width apart. Sit your hips back to your ankles, like so, and rock it forward. So this looks like this. We're going to do 8 straight ahead and back. Once you've done 8, place your left hand on top of your right and lean back, getting a side twist. You'll be able to feel that through your left rib cage. 8 here. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Once you've finished 8, you'll place your right hand on top of your left, getting a stretch back through your right side of your rib cage. And once you finish those set of 8, go into a like a tabletop position. We're just going to do 5 cat-cows. So exhale as you arch your back in the cat, if you will. And inhale, bring your shoulders together, squeeze. And exhale, repeat for 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale, and last one. And inhale. Okay, last thing. From this position, we're going to do T-spine reaches. So thread left arm, palm facing up, through your right arm and right leg. Watching your hand with your eyes, and then bring that arm with that hand up to the ceiling. And keep your eyes on it. And repeat. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And 1. Other side, if you haven't switched already. Beautiful. Okay, so take a moment to finish up your round. Go very far away. And we're going to stay on the mat. We're going to do 15 hip bridges here. So lying back, legs are bent slightly, palms down, and we're going to bridge up, squeeze your glutes, squeeze your core. So bridge up and release. We're going to go for 10. And once you finish your 10, make your way up to standing. So what we're going to do now is a lateral lunge with a twist. So you're going to step to the side, and this foot that steps, that's going to be the leg that sinks back. Then you're going to drop your leading arm and look up to the ceiling, reaching the left arm. So if we step with our right arm drops, left arm goes up to the ceiling, look at your left arm, and back. Yeah, good, everybody. So step, hip goes back, right arm down, left arm up, look at it. We're going to do this for 10. So keep going if you've been already going. I can also step to the side here. That helps. And once you've done 10, we're switching to the other side. So left foot steps back, left arm goes down, right arm reaches up. Step forward again. Wonderful. Finish up that set. Get a little sip of water. We're going to repeat that starting with the hip bridges. on the floor. Feet are flat, knees are bent. Hip bridges. We're going to do 10 of these on your own time and begin. Squeezing the glutes and keeping your core tight too. Exhale on the way up. And once you've done 10, make your way up to standing. We're going to do the lunges again. I'm sorry that you can't see my face when I'm standing up. That's just the way it is. So 10 on each side. Take a second and begin. Right foot steps back, hip goes back, right arm goes down. Twist, look at your left arm, and together. If you want a challenge, I'm not saying you have to do this, but if you wanted to, you could try to stand, and when you stand, keep your keep your right leg elevated before you go back down. Take a moment to finish your things. Really make sure that the leg that steps back, that hip is really popping out. Like you're really trying to stick your butt cheek out when you step. Good, and let's do the other side now. So left foot steps, left arm goes down, right arm goes up. And 10 for me. Finish up, take your time. And take get a sip of water if you need to now. We'll take like a minute break before we move on to the next step or set, and I'll explain the structure. So it's called an AMRAP. That just means as many rounds as possible. So you're going to get a 15-minute time block, and you have 15 minutes to complete as many rounds of the following circuit. So you can pace yourself this way. You don't have to follow along with the group. You can go faster if you want to, or you can stop, take a break if you want to. So the 4 exercises are a push-up of any form, which Katie, you're invited to skip if you want to, a forward lunge, a beast to plank, which I'll explain in a second, and the jumping or hopping that we did last time, that single leg hop. So with the push-up, pretty straightforward. Any way you want to do it is fine. Recommended reps for you would be anywhere between 6 and 10. So that can be with your knees on the ground, knees straight against the wall, against a bench, whatever you want. 6 to 8. The forward lunges are 8 on each side. So that's just your typical lunge as we've done before. Regular forward lunge, 8 on each side. And now the beast to plank. So it kind of goes back to what we were doing during the warm-up in that child's pose. So you're going to start kind of there. But instead of having your knees on the ground, you're going to lift your knees up a little bit. And then you come forward into a plank. So this is the movement. If you need to, you can create more space by moving your hands forward, by going wider in your knees, whatever it takes to get comfortable. That's up to you, but this is the general premise. You're in a plank, and then we scoot back. So you're essentially in a squat that's like facing forward. That's what your hips are doing. So you're going to do 12 of these. 1, 2, 3. That's the beast to plank. And then the single leg, gosh, this camera angle is really, and then the single leg hop, pretty straightforward. 20 bounces on each side, okay? This is our main big boy set. Do you want me to go over anything? I can go over everything again if you need. Okay, you're all right? Okay, fabulous. So I'm gonna start my timer. And while you're working on that, I'll take a look at your form. And I'm also gonna drop a Spotify playlist in the chat that I made for such workouts that you're welcome to play if you want. So, timer is going. Start your engines and begin. 15 minutes. So starting with push-ups, unless you're Katie, starting with forward lunges. Remember with the hops to keep your balance nice and loose and springy. And if it ever feels too much on your ankle, you can always touch down with the opposite foot. If you start to feel crampy, if you feel crampy in general, go to 2 feet and just do 40 hops with 2 feet. But if you feel okay, 20 on each side. Very nice lunges. And try to remember what amount of rounds you're doing, or like what number you're on, because we'll share with the group if you're comfortable. That way you can have a little landmark for yourself if you ever do the set again. So keep track of that. You've got 9 minutes left. So if you're starting to feel a little tired, have a short break. With the push-ups, also a variation, in addition to doing it with your knees down or against a bench or against a wall, is to do a descending push-up. So that looks like when you're in push-up position, you count yourself down like so, 3, 2, 1, and then you scoot up however you need to. So it's more about controlling the descent rather than actually pushing up. That's good for if you feel like you can almost do a whole push-up, but you kind of stop short a little bit and flop down. That's a good way to train for that. You can do that exercise with your knees down as well. Simply going 3, 2, 1, and back up. That's a friendly push-up variation if you don't know it already. Take your time. You've got 7 minutes left. 7 minutes left still. And as you get through to the end of this set, if things start to feel tired, that's always a good time to regress. If you want to keep going, but maybe feel like you're starting to fatigue, that's the time that you could drop your knees to the push-up or do less reps. And with the lunges, if you wanted a little more stability, if you're feeling tired, one thing you could do is switch to a either plain squat, or if it's just the forward stepping motion, you could also do a split squat instead, which is when one foot is in front of the other and you just go down and up. These are just some lunge variations if that starts to feel tiring. There's no way to really regress the beast to plank, so that you just have to keep doing. And the hopping, like I suggested before, you could do 2 feet at once. So not a single leg hop, but a regular bipedal hop. And or you could just do bouncing without actually taking your feet off the floor, which is fine, like a bounce. If you start to feel tired in these last couple minutes, you have 3 minutes and 35 seconds to go. Almost there. Josh, I think you can go a little wider with your knees and your feet. You can make a little more room in your hips. One minute left. 1 minute. Thirty seconds left. Ten seconds left. You can finish up whatever it is you're doing. And 3, 2, 1. You may stop or finish whatever you need to finish. Excellent job, everybody. Yay, get some water. That was awesome. Dina, would you like to share how many rounds you did? You don't have to. 5? Well done. Nice. Kat and Josh, you want to share? You can unmute yourself if you want.
We did 4.5.
Nice. Nice. Well done. Katie?
I mean, I think I did 5 or 6, but I also wasn't doing push-ups.
Yeah, that's perfect. Spot on. Spot on. Ashanti, if you're there, feel free to chime in. If not, we'll just rest a few more moments. So that was obviously the bulk set of the day. The next 2 things are going to be little mini sets. We're going to do some body weight squats and some skipping in place. So while you're resting, let me review skipping in place because I trust that you all know how to do a body weight squat. We've done that before. So skipping in place is literally just like this. Your skip can be as high or as, low grade as you need, depending on your level of fatigue right now, especially if your like calves are feeling tight or if you have some ankle stability stuff that's talking to you after all those single leg hops. You can feel free to do like jumping jacks instead, or something that's a little less single legged. But skipping, it always brings a smile to my face, so that's why I chose it. So that's what a stationary skip looks like. So the set is going to be 5 minutes this time. You're going to start by doing 10 body weight squats. And when you finish your 10 squats, you're going to do 12 skips, or like 6 skips on each side. And then you'll do 9 body weight squats and 12 skips, and then 8 body weight squats and 12 skips, and so on. You have 5 minutes. The goal is to get to 1, but obviously, like, you don't have to. It's just there to give us a cutoff point, and so that everybody can go at their own pace. Okay, so you're starting with 10 squats. We'll begin in about a few more seconds. Everybody feeling ready? Got the waters refreshed? Good. Okay, so let's go in 3, 2, 1. Start squatting at 10. We're 1.5 minutes down. I think 5 minutes is actually a little tight for this, but that's okay. You'll do your best. 2 minutes and 45 seconds left. You've got 1 minute left. Everybody's squats look good. 30 seconds left. And if you get to the end, you can just stop. Yay. Go, Josh, go. 20 seconds. Yay! Wonderful. Okay. You may have some water and settle down on your mat. We're going to finish with just a little bit of dead bugs, and then we'll call it a night. So, while you are resting, I will review. Dead bug is the one where we have our legs like sitting in a chair, nice 90-degree angles on hips, knees, and ankles. And then you're going to space them apart a little bit. Then raise your arms to the ceiling and extend your left leg as you lower your right arm, palm facing up towards the ceiling. Retreat back to that same position. Repeat on the other side. So that's what we're doing. We're going to do three sets of 40 seconds each. So again, on your own pace. Everybody feeling good? All right, let's get into our dead bug positions. I'm going to start the timer in 3, 2, and 1. Go. Oh, and rest. We're going to take 20 seconds rest. I'm going to stay where you are. I'll let you know when. And arms up. Begin round 2. And rest. We've got one more round. Starting in 5 seconds. Arms up and begin. Try to keep your ankles flexed the whole time. Ten more seconds. And rest. Yay, you may splat on the mat. And take a big breath. Drop your knees together to one side. Hold your arms out straight like so. And look towards the opposite shoulder that your knees are on. Take a big breath here. And circle your knees up into your chest, around to the other side. Let your head drape to the opposite again. Take a big breath here. And that's it. Can make your way up to sitting. Thank you guys. Let me drop my tip things again. Hi, Kitty. Is that Bill?